You don't need to be sat at your trading terminal all the time. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to build a winning trading plan. This is your tool for success. Let's jump straight into this. So you see in the intro, I made the point of not being sat at my terminal, right? I don't need to be sat there all the time if I have a plan. So it's just, for example, let's bring this in perspective for you. If you're a footballer or a soccer player, as Americans say, you can't turn up to the game without your football boots. If you're a golf player, you can't turn up without your clubs. These are necessities, key parts of setting yourself up for better chances of success. Otherwise, you're setting yourself up for failure. If you don't have a plan, as I say, my 5 powerful P's: proper preparation prevents poor performance, right? Trading is, I've gone over this in my videos. It is a huge part of trading. So we need to cover up some of these loose ends on giving ourselves a better chance of success by having this plan. Let me take this from Dan just because his arms are probably aching. All right. So guys, as I said, look, I was away from my terminal. I don't need to be sat here all the time because I know what exactly I'm looking for, what I'm trading, the details about my strategy. I know when I need to be trading in terms of the time slots that suit my style, my strategy. I know certain times to avoid and just basically what works best for me to improve my chances of success, when I'm coming to place a trade and risk my money essentially. And I know how. Okay, I know how I'm going to be entering the market. I know how I'm going to be getting out of the market. Okay, my exit strategy. All those details, the what, when, and how. Those 3 key things. And we're going to go over those in serious detail in a moment over the demonstration area. But I think the real key about having the plan as well is if you don't have a plan, you're leaving your emotions, instead of a plan, you're leaving your emotions in control. And this is a very dangerous game because we'll be sitting at the terminal, we're thinking, should I place a trade? You'll see the market's moving and then you'll jump in on impulse. Impulse is deadly, absolutely deadly for your account. You don't want to be trading on impulse because it's not well thought out. It's not calculated. Remember, a lot about what we do is calculated risk. Impulse is not calculated. So you really need to have that plan. I think within my first 2 years of failure when I was trading, I didn't have a plan. I didn't realize the importance of having a structure and methodology. I thought, what on earth is that? And then when I did notice it, man, it wasn't the holy grail, but certainly a substantial improvement came into play. All right, so just to give you a little bit of insight there, what we're going to do, we're going to go over to that, my usual demo area over there. Well, if you could see it, I don't know if you could. We're going to go to my demo area. We're going to sit down, go over some points regarding the plan, and then we're going to I'm going to show you an example of what a plan should look like. Let's jump right into this one now. Hey, baby. So we're over at our demonstration area. Guys, if you don't have anything to comment, just tell me you are staying lit with me. Throw out some lit signs in the comments. All right, let's jump straight into this. Now, over here, I want to help you to start thinking about the things that you need, the factors that you need to be incorporating to build that winning trading plan. Now, the first thing that I think is critical that you think about and then you write down when you are coming to trade is, what are your goals for trading? Why are you trading? There must be a why. I think it's really, really key that we have direction on that and our motives. Is it, things to think about, do you want this to become your full-time income? Okay, do you want this to be your full-time income, essentially be your own boss, have more of your own time? Or do you want to just have another income, diversifying from, whether it's your 9 to 5 or another business venture? Diversification in today's market as well is really key. So do you want to diversify and maybe have a second income? Okay. For me, when I first came to trading, I knew this is what I want to make a living from. Okay. I set that out and it was so crystal clear and I knew the steps that I was going to take in order to get there. Okay. That was crystal clear. So outline your goals and your motives before you start building this trading plan. Now, let's jump into some of the meat of this. When? You need to define your daily routine. I say this to my community all the time and I've shared it via social media. As traders, man, it is so critical we have a routine, right? Because we need to know with this, when we come into trade in the markets with our strategy, we need to know when, okay? When are we going to be trading? Okay, so if, and typically speaking, being realistic, most of you will have, right, a job, right? You'll have a job, so you need to allocate some time or pick out when you have free time to trade and then build a plan and strategy around that. So with my lifetime members, my community members, typically they are in full-time jobs. There's a guy that really, he smashes it hard. Good on him. He's hustling. He has a full-time craft. He's on the road quite a bit. And man, he's working sometimes like 12 hours a day. So I went over with him and found a nice window when he does have time to just relax. Children are asleep because obviously, you've got families to take care of and stuff. So it's just, he could allocate these 2 hours late in the evening. And basically we're building a plan around that time that he can allocate and the currencies that he should be looking at within the times that he has available as well. That's really key because you want to know where the flow is. You can't be trading Asian currencies if you're not going to be, if your trades aren't going to be active in the Asian session, because that's where the flow's happening, right? It just makes sense. Same with European currencies, vice versa. So it's knowing the time that you can allocate that and ensuring that your strategy can tie into that nicely and that you can find a window of opportunity to profit. So know when, okay, time slots. For me, I do not place a trade before, I place a trade after the London flow when it calms down. So usually around, I know I shouldn't be placing trades before 10 a.m. London time. And then usually I won't place a new trade as well after 3:30 London time. Okay, so I know my windows of when I need to be trading. So it's key that we know when. How will you enter? So in this trading plan, and we're going to go through the example as well. We're going to help you build one. What are your rules for entering the market? What are those strict rules that you have in place before you start risking your money? It's so key. There has to be reasons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, however many. Okay, for me, I'm typically just looking for a minimum of 3. How I'm going to enter the market. And then what do I need to see to exit? Look, you will typically have, yes, you're going to have TPs, but sometimes market conditions change. So those TPs may not be achieved. You may see a certain thing in the market or a few things that have appeared structurally or based on price action that, okay, I need to exit now. Okay, so you have your typical what you're looking for, where you're looking to run your trade to. But if you see conditions start changing and certain 3 things have been seen, candlesticks, rejections in certain zones, or rejection off a trend line, whatever the case may be, you might want to look to exit. So you know your exit strategy as well. It's important that we have this all detailed out. And then ongoing, as part of a plan, man, it can never be set in stone that this is it. This is me done now. I've got my plan here. I will never need to change this. It's just like going back to the football, the soccer example, right? If you're a sports professional, there's ongoing nurturing, there's ongoing development. I am still, not a polished article. Market conditions are changing. Things are changing. We have to review and refine and constantly adapt with the market and move with it. Okay. Otherwise we'll get left behind is my point. All right, so I hope that's really clear and just some details when with building your plan. Now what we're going to do is actually go into a trading plan example that I've put together and then how you can fill that out, and you're going to be able to download this as well in the link in description. Let's jump into this now. Trading plans. So guys, this is actually one we created here, something that you can download in the link in description. The name of the strategy. Okay, what if you have a name? Is it supply and demand, version 2, version 3, 2.0, whatever? If you have a name for your strategy, name it. The currency pairs that you're going to be trading. Now, I said it in my last video, and I preach it all the time to my community. Focus on one first. Get to know that currency. It must be your little baby, okay? Get to know that currency first, and then start expanding and looking at other currencies, okay? So the currencies that you're going to be trading within that. The indicators used. Personally, I don't use indicators, right? But are you using MAs, moving averages? Are you using RSIs? Whatever the case may be, detail any indicators that you're using in that strategy. Then what time frames are you trading on? For me, I'm looking at the daily, for a trend guidance. I'm looking at the 4 hour, and then typically hour or 30 minutes for entry, okay? Depends what sort of market conditions we're in. Your signal to enter your trade, okay? So these are the rules. Do you need to see a certain candlestick formation? Do you need to see the price reject or find support or resistance? And then maybe it's at a certain level on an RSI, it's crossed certain moving average. I always say, look, it doesn't matter what they are, whatever works for you. I think a minimum of 3, that works for me. Having a minimum of 3, okay, rules for entry. Stop loss, typically where's your stop loss going to be? Is it going to be below a certain moving average? Is it going to be below a demand zone or above, whatever the case may be? Vice versa. Just know where that's typically going to be underneath a pattern, a chart pattern, the previous low, the wick, whatever. Risk per trade, how much are you going to be risking? Is it between 1-2%? Get that noted down. Your profit targets, self-explanatory. When are you going to be moving your stop? Is there any guideline on when you're going to be moving your stop? Is it once you're 20 pips in profit and it's gone above? So say, for example, we've broken out of a key area, or broken above a key area of supply. Is it when it's above that now and then you move it just below, so on and so forth? Just have those specific rules when you're going to move your stop to break even, so on and so forth. When are you going to add to your position? What do you need to see? When are you going to take partial profit? So on and so forth. When you may re-enter if you're stopped out of the trade, and then your signals to exit the trade, as I said before. What are you looking to see? Where, if you haven't got a TP, what do you need to see there on the chart for you to then come out, take your profits? I think in today's market as well, it's always key that we look at trying to take partials. Take partial profits where you can, because nothing is guaranteed. Especially in today's market. So guys, I hope that's helpful for you trying to build. It's so key that you build this trading plan, because it is an absolute necessity. If you want success in the trading world, you have to build this, all right? You cannot turn up without a plan. Guys, you can download this in the link in the description. Also, just as a reminder, I'm still running this at the moment. I'm still running it. I don't know how long for, but a lifetime offer for my community, for one-to-one calls, for group calls, for daily fundamental and technical analysis. Check it out. There's a lot of value going there to the members and our community. Look, and it means so much to me if you can continue to share this video with your community. Smash up that subscribe button. Hit that lit button. It's not like, it's a lit button. Smash that up for me. Stay lit. Let's get it.